I'm going to switch gears for a moment. I'm going to school to be a family therapist.
Oh, good.
So I was wondering, if you were to seek therapy, what would be valuable for the therapist to know about your culture?
Well, I don't know quite how to explain that, but like in my case, yeah, I'm sort of a linguist,
Okay.
and people say to me, like my friends and all, what do you need that for? What if this and that? But they don't realize that number one, you speak a language, you understand a little more of the people and that country, and you understand that culture more. It brings you closer. It brings understandings. There's no barriers
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that. So which is good. Then you never know. I mean, it's always good to speak another language because you go somewhere, you never know where you're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
See, like me, I went to Italy for 6 months, and if I didn't know how to speak Italian back then, I'd be stuck.
Mm-hmm. Be
And I've seen
difficult
a
to get
lot of the
around.
tourists, those poor things. I used to feel so bad for them because they couldn't even say yes. But no, it's very important. I believe that every person should know and should keep up their native language
Mm-hmm.
because it's part of their heritage
Mm-hmm.
and part of their history.
So going back to that question about seeing like a therapist, it seems like you'd want them to understand your values and your appreciation for
Yeah,
your culture and being Italian.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And there, if you went into a home, an Italian home, and you were Italian, or especially if they spoke Italian, like in case with a lot of the elderly, they can't speak English at all. That tickle pig, they're like a pig in mud. That
Mm-hmm.
somebody speaks their language, they feel closer to you. You gain a more how am I gonna say? You develop more of a friendship between you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Sense of you can relate to that person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it's the same way. I worked in a store, and my Spanish came in handy.
Hmm.
And I would, and my Italian both. So anyway, things like that are very important. You want to understand other people. You got to understand their history.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know what I